We haven't any driving today. We just need to get the tech inspection done, the technical scrutiny. And the car passed right through, no issues there. But they have a technical device to measure the tire width. We have bought the tires in the size we are allowed to run. But since we are running at 10.5-inch wheel, the measuring device measures the sides and it's 3 millimeters too wide. So we have been trying to find narrower rims, 9.5, and investigating around, but we were able to make a deal with the Spanish dealer of 59 North wheels. So he will have 6 new wheels arriving tomorrow for us. So we can do the driving on the wheels we have now, but in competition we need to mount them on a bit narrow wheels so we doesn't get disqualified. Tomorrow is the driver's briefing, but we got the chance to go out today and take a look at the track which has been painted here. It's an all custom track made here on a parking lot, so they have the chance to make real nice curves that I think will be very good for the tandems. It's a very long track, long corners, so it'll be fun to see if we can keep the tires on the car for 2 whole runs. But otherwise we have to experiment a bit with gearing to keep the rubber on it for a bit longer. I think it will be very interesting to see because there is a lot of, since it's a parking lot, a lot of different pavements here. And if we get some rain, you will have a grip and no grip, and yeah, I guess we just have to see how it works out when we go driving. I think it will be a good track to do the battles on. Now it's Friday. Earlier this morning we had some new wheels arriving because we had a problem with the tire width on the measuring device. We had the Spanish retailer from 59 North wheel overnight us some wheels a bit narrower to keep within the regulations. So shout out to him for helping us out. This is the first day we are supposed to go on track. I had the first practice, but we suffered some problems with the spark plugs when we do maintenance at home. We had someone installed with a different part number who had a resistor, so it was screwing up the engine management. But we put in the old plugs and we're heading out for the second training now. Hopefully everything will work again, so we'll see how it goes. The problem wasn't that simple, the ignition coils. So we have changed a bit of things, keep finding the next thing. We're suspecting a fault in the PMU, in the electronics solid state part of the car, and it's real tricky. It's difficult troubleshooting. So we're trying a lot of stuff, keep going out on the track, going to the first corner, making it wide, and the car shuts down. So we haven't got a full lap in, unfortunately, so it will be a long night for us to figure out the solution for tomorrow before we head into competition. So it's Saturday here at Ricardo Tomo Circuit. Yesterday was a long night for us because, as you saw, we've been troubleshooting the car all day, all night and all day. Hopefully we have figured out the gremlin. It was some part in the PMU, in the electronic systems, a real tricky one to find. hopefully it works now. We have 1 hour of free practice to get to dial the track in before we're heading into the qualification later today.
So the track, I kind of like the layout of it. It was quite a unique, good setup track for tandem. When we got there, it was definitely a little bit more shallow than we anticipated. Also, the surface was very rough, so we kind of struggled to make 2 laps out here. But overall, I think it was a good technical track where, for sure, grip and tire speed was one of the key factors. Something we also figured quite out because of good help from our mechanics. Yeah, the track itself was, I enjoyed it at least.
Denmark, I think, yes, Mats Benjamin Andreasen with a BMW E92 M3. Another one of these Eurofighter body kits on there, and missed outside zone 1, got into that outside zone 2, that's nice to see. And let's see how he can fill out these outside zones during the whole track. I think it's good, it's quite solid. Lightening up those tires, screaming, the car is screaming into the limiter as he has the last transition, and now he can floor it. Now he can follow it right by the spectators and going deep, going wide, going really good. That's Mats Benjamin Andreasen representing Denmark. 77 points there for Mats Benjamin Andreasen. Puts him into 12th position right now of the first runs. And here we see Denmark's driver Mats Benjamin Andreasen, E92 M3. And he's ready, he's focused, and he has a yellow visor, so that's interesting. 717 the number, and he's coming up. He was P16 after the first run, a nice flick there, and yeah, with 1 wheel on the line and 2 wheels in the line in outside zone 2. Inner clip is there, good transition. And filling out, yeah, OZ4 was nice, OZ5 almost, and now the important OZ6, the long one, have to stay in it, yeah. And another transition. And now flooring it through the last corner and over the finish line. Mats Benjamin Andreasen representing Denmark. I think quite a solid run from the Dane. And let's see what the result will be. 81 points there for Mats Benjamin Andreasen, 4 points better, 3 positions better. I think it's a good deal for the Dane as he will be getting ready for his runs tomorrow.
So, end of driving for today. It was way more excited than we needed it to be. In the hour of practice we had before the qualification, where we thought we figured out the problem, it came right back, and we were stuck just, you know, trying to figure out the gremlin in time for qualification. And we found another place we could do something we didn't know if it worked, and we just head out to qualification without a single lap on the track all weekend. You know, on the first lap we just went for it without knowing anything about the setup, and we actually made to pull out a 77.1, which I was really happy about in this company here. So yeah, it was good for us, and we went a bit harder, changed the setup on the second run, which gave us 81 points. and overall 13th place, which was 4 hours ago we would have sold it for that anyway. So luckily for us, we have a few hours practice tomorrow with the car working, so we can try to dial in the track and be ready for the battles. The last day here at Valencia at the FIA Motorsport Games. This is the final day where we are doing the tandem top 32 on the track. We just finished out the tandem practice. We managed to get 2 battles in, tried some big sweep with the setup to find some grip. We're still not where we need to be due to all the training we didn't have the other days, but we'll try our best guesses to see where we need to be and hope for the best in the top 32.
Okay, we are ready. Denmark against Switzerland. Nice flick there on the initiation. Really good outside zone 1 for the Danish driver, for Andreasen, but we see Jahan from Switzerland is putting on the pressure really beautifully as well. Nicely painted outside zone 4, now on to 5. That was well by the Danish driver. 7 is good as well. Really grippy his car, nice transitions, but Jahan is putting on the pressure. He is still there. He is there to the full course. Nicely done outside zone by Andreasen. Yeah, flooring it up until the end, and Jahan is there as well. What a nice run there. What a nice run there by both drivers. Yeah, the lead run was almost perfect by Mats Benjamin Andreasen. Now switch positions. Abdul Karim Jahan in the lead position, Mats Benjamin Andreasen in the chase. Switzerland against Denmark. Let's see what they can do. It was a great lead run by the Danish driver. Let's see if he can follow as close as the Swiss driver did previously. Not perfect line there by Abdul Karim Jahan. And Andreasen, we see, is putting on the pressure. Lacking some angle at some point, but now he's now there. Another transition on to the long outside zone 6, and we see Andreasen is glued, almost glued to the car of Jahan. Nicely made transition, and now full pressure on, and almost rubbing each other on to the finish line. What a run there by both drivers. A great job. I'm sure it's a close call, but in the end they should have a result, and let's see what they say. Denmark or Switzerland, Andreasen or Jahan. One of them will advance on. Or will it be a one more time? No, David says, and Erasmus says, and Vathad says, Mats Benjamin Andreasen gets the win and advances on to top 16.
I definitely need to say that Abdul Karim was having really nice runs. His lead was nice, his chase was nice, but it was not as good as from Mats Benjamin Andreasen. His chase was really good. He was like able to be more close, mimic the transition, especially the first transition, mimic way better than his opponent. And if we look on the lead to lead, it was slightly tiny better by Danish driver. So he was able to fulfill the lead better, also the chase better, and he's continuing through.
We just finished a top 32 battle against Karim from Switzerland. And it is one of the first proper battles we had out here. And it was very good. We gambled a bit on the setup, but I think we dialed it in. We went for it and had a good chase line on him. He did good on ours. The judges were deliberating a lot, but in the end we got the win. So it's a bit of a comeback story for us, I think, you know, going into qualifying without a single lap, and now we're in the top 16. So now we just need to push for the podium.
Now we have Japan against Denmark. That's Koji Tada against Mats Benjamin Andreasen. And this will be a nice battle for sure. Again, different cars there. The Japanese style Toyota GR86 and the E92 Eurofighter. Let's see what they can do. Really close right from the beginning, almost hitting each other at the initiation at the first corner. Really deep zone there by Koji Tada as Andreasen was on the inside line. Now he gives the space to the Japanese driver and tries to be side by side, and he does it well. He does it well. Right now, of course, next transition, everything fair and square there as Koji Tada is painting that outside line, but what the pressure there by Andreasen. What a nice driving from the Danish pilot, and they move on to the last corner. Yeah, lost a bit of proximity there, but came back Andreasen and over the finish line. So great stuff and great driving by both cars and both drivers, of course, as they have switched positions and ready to go again. So we will see Andreasen out front, Tada chasing, and one of them will advance on to top 8. Looks like the judges are still thinking a bit about the first run. I think the smoke is cleared, and we will be getting ready for the second part of this battle. Let's go, second part. Denmark against Japan, Andreasen against Tada. Andreasen with a nice flick there and good outside line. Missing a bit maybe there, but now he is there on that outside zone too. Tada is following quite closely as lots of smoke coming from Andreasen's car. Now he fills out outside zone 4, fills out 5. Tada with a bit of a mistake maybe during that transition. Bumper is trying to fall off because it was hit against one of the cones. Let's hope that it will fall off and won't change anything there. Once again, one more cone, nicely outside zone there. Tada is up there and over the finish line. Woohoo! What a run there. So David says Koji Tada, Erasmus says Koji Tada, and Vadhad, I think, says, yeah, Vada says one more time. So Koji Tada is the winner as he advances on. Yeah, really quite close call there, that's for sure. And congrats to Koji Tada, congrats to Japan for advancing on. But yeah, big congrats to Mats Benjamin Andreasen for showing and putting up such a nice run, such a nice show.
We just came in after a top 16 battle against Japanese driver Koji Tada from G1 Grand Prix. He have the Japanese style with a big flick entry, and we went for it in the entry and hit him. Made a correction in the first corner. Tried to stay as close of him on the rest of the track as we could. Did a pretty good job, and in our lead, we just ran out of tires in the last 2 corners. It was washing for me, and I just dropped a wheel. The judges deemed it almost 50-50. It was a split decision, so as close as this could be. But the Japanese driver took the win, unfortunately for us. But yeah, we went out in style, if we can say anything positive about it. We would have liked to go further. We felt there was a momentum in the driving. So yeah, but not this time. But either way, everything considered, all the troubles with the car, we had a pretty good result here.
I feel he is so fast. When I was lead car, he is coming my door so close. So I had to, how should I say, I had to doing my run because he is so close. I feel that. I feel he is so good driver. And when I was chase, I have to do more than he did. That I never tried to, how should I say, touch the door or something like that. But I try to get him. After that, I can get win. So I'm so glad to this result. Thank you so much.
There's just one representative from each country, so a little bit special to compete against nations. Also, there's a lot of drivers I've never driven with before or even met, so there's been a challenge because I don't know the drivers I'm paired up with, even in practice. Like, we don't have any notes, we don't have any notes on how they particularly perform. So that's been a challenge of just going out there, not knowing what's in front of us. But it's been a good learning curve. Mats' driving has been very good. Unfortunately, he has had some struggles, as you guys maybe already know. I've been fortunate enough to drive with Mazda even in Norway and competing in the Norwegian Drift Championship, so it's always a good time driving with him. Unfortunately, we couldn't get to battle it out this time, but I'm sure he will come back stronger and we can battle some more.
This is the end of the FIA Motorsport Games for us. It's been a great experience for us drifting at this level. They're really trying to raise the bar of the drifting sport. All the drivers, no one gave an inch, and we did our best to keep up with them, trying to do a good impression down here. This wouldn't have been possible without the team, of course, which had a rough time this weekend, but also the organizing of the whole trip, my family, friends, teams, and of course the sponsor team. A lot of new sponsors have helped us get here, which we will present on the next year's sponsor team. So stay tuned for that, and yeah, thank you.